What's up, YouTube? Nate, the old school otaku here. And after, well over a year since my last update, I feel there are a few things, we need to talk about. And welcome back, guys. So, yeah, it's been some time. Admittedly, it's, pretty much all on me, effectively, as to why it's been as long as it has. A lot of things going on in my life, but beyond all of the stuff happening in my life and, figuring out the new job and all the other interesting things that were happening in my personal life throughout the past year and whatnot, as of recent, there has been some changes to YouTube. I'm sure you guys have heard all about it. COPPA is coming. COPPA is coming. And I know I've discussed it in a couple of responses I made to the Cell video. So, let's talk about COPPA. Let's talk about the channel, and let's talk about where I plan to continue moving. So, just laying it all out there, I have been filming videos constantly over the last year. We have done a lot of really interesting, cool otaku weeb type things. I've gone to, there was a kimono festival for Ohio Kimono that was held out at this Japanese garden. Got a lot of really good video and photos and things from that event that, obviously would be cool to share. There was the Hinamatsuri at the DTA, the DTA, or DI, not DTA, DIA, and the DFT, where we got to basically look at a lot of really cool Japanese-related things. And there's this awesome band that they brought in from Japan that was called, the name slips my mind, but it was like hard rock and taiko drumming mixed together. It was really, really cool. So, we've been to that, and we've done quite a few things throughout the year. And of course, I've gotten quite a few pickups, things that I picked up at events and stuff. And so I've never really stopped filming. I just stopped editing. Basically, my job is computer related. I sit at a computer desk all day when I'm at the office. And when I come home, I find it very difficult to motivate myself to sit at my computer desk here at home, despite how, cool my desk setup is. I still find it difficult to sit down and spend the time to edit a video. That's why, my favorite videos to edit are the ones that require very little editing. Stuff, this talking head stuff like this, or the pickup videos where I don't have to spend a lot of time editing those. I can literally pretty much just pop the video on the timeline and go. Those are my favorite videos to edit because it takes very little time to do the editing process, and then I can go do something else while the video is rendering. Unfortunately, while the video is rendering, because my render machine is the same as my editing machine is the same as my gaming rig, I can't play Final Fantasy at the same time. So it's just, combination of finding the time to do the editing and then, sitting down and actually doing it. I'll admit, my computer chair is not the best. It has seen better days. It needs to be replaced. It is on my list of things to replace, and I definitely want to replace it with a nice, cool, comfy chair that I can really enjoy sitting in more. Unfortunately, this chair does hurt me to sit in for long periods of time, so there's there's a lot of things that go into that. But believe me when I say I have been filming content and planning on editing the content and getting it out there for you guys. I just haven't done it. What can I do to motivate myself to do that? I'm not really sure. I'm working on trying to motivate myself to sit down and do the editing part of things. The fact that I've finally finished up work, at least these past couple of months, with a Youmacon convention that I help out with, and then on top of that, getting through the new story content from Final Fantasy XIV, because they just released the newest expansion pack. So I'm kind of caught up in a lot of things. So at this point, I have a little bit more free time, or at least I can make myself more free without having to do the other things that I really enjoy doing when I come home. And that's kind of been a lot of the stuff is, when I come home and what little time I have, free time I've had over the past, 6, 7, 8 months, free at home, I wanted to spend doing fun and interesting things. And while, me talking about anime and talking about old school products and things like that is actually cool and awesome. Like, I love talking about things. Like, I cannot wait to talk about this that I got picked up from Otaku Joe at Youmacon. I can't wait to talk about these figures. I can't wait to talk about these figures that I picked up, and I've got one at my desk at the office. Or go over some of the changes I plan on making around here to put more figures up and around the back shelf and stuff, or talk about some of the cool things I've gotten, Megazone 23 vinyl. I've done a lot of stuff, and I really do want to. I want to talk about it. I really do. We've got. Where are they? I got some cool Blu-rays for my birthday. 4K Blu-ray anime. I definitely want to talk about this. It's I'm not without lack of stuff to discuss, and I'm probably never going to be in a lack of stuff to discuss. So that side of things is just finding the time to sit down and make the content. And like I said, I've actually been planning and working on, coming up with new scripts and things to go over. I wanted to do a holiday old school otaku pickup video like I've done in the past. I actually wanted to get that video out before Thanksgiving, but it took a while to get everything ready for Thanksgiving. In completion with my work and the amount of time I have to deal outside of normal work hours to do work stuff because of just the nature of my job, as well as just getting everything ready. So I didn't get a chance to get that done beforehand, and then I was going to do it after Thanksgiving, during the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, because it was a nice, good, cool 4-day weekend. But, personal life gets in the way of that. Our water heater busted, and so half the basement flooded. So we've been dealing with that. That's why I'm here and not necessarily in front of the wall of anime, because we have a whole ton of stuff just piled up in front of that wall of anime until the half of the bathroom or half of the basement that's flooded finally has a chance to dry, so we can move everything back over. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's been a hectic week since all of that happened. The plumber's been here majority of the week, 4 days straight. We've had the plumber in trying to replace the stuff and fix the leaks, and because when one thing goes, 4 other things go at the same time. Those of us who are older otaku can attest to the fact that when something goes wrong, usually 3 or 4 other things tend to go wrong at the same time. No real excuse, just letting you guys know that's what's been going on. So I still want to get that video up. I'm working on the script right now for what I'm going to consider my picks for the holiday season. Hope to have that up here within the next week. So at the very least, you have a couple more weeks before the holiday in order to buy any of those stuff. Unfortunately, couldn't get it out in time for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals, but I know a lot of the sales will continue on through the rest of the holiday season. So just be on the lookout for that stuff. And either way, really cool short reviews of each of those series anyway for you to sit down and enjoy. So I plan to work on getting that video out. Unfortunately, that type of video does take a bit more editing. So obviously it's the whole idea of trying to sit down and get to work on it. So that's my plan. That's my hope, to get that stuff going. And as I'm talking about new content, let's discuss COPPA. Let's discuss what this channel is going to be moving forward. So you may have noticed, if you're looking at my channel, my faithful subscribers, I have definitely made some changes. Earlier today, I went through and I've properly turned the channel into a proper branded channel, so that as we do potentially grow and whatnot, I could get editors and other people in to help out with, editing content, uploading videos, doing things like that. But it's also to distinguish the brand, Nate, the old school otaku, as its own brand, separate from my main YouTube channel slash account. So I did make some changes, and with COPPA in mind, I deleted every video that wasn't old school otaku related from the channel. Now, all of the old AMVs that I had on there are on my AMV channel now. So if you look for NG Silver AMVs, you can find those. So, feel free to check that out if you're still wanting to find AMVs and whatnot. I don't plan to ever stop uploading videos. I just haven't uploaded any new content in a while to that channel. I've still got plenty more videos to upload. But so I did that, and then I removed all of the My Little Pony videos, all of the stuff from Youmacon 2011, anything that's really not related to the current brand of Nate, the old school otaku. So if you're coming here for that content, you should have realized by now that I'm not really releasing that type of content anymore. So I've removed all of those old videos, and the AMVs have been moved off to another channel, already had been moved off to another channel. I just kind of kept them around for nostalgia's sake, partially because, well, those videos did have views and stuff. So originally everything was kept in order to, boost my ratings and boost everything so that YouTube overlords would monetize me again and all that other stuff. But to be honest, this channel has never really been about monetization. Me bringing this content to you has never been about necessarily making money off of it. While I would love to be able to do this as, my source of income, my source of living, I realize that I really have to work for it to get to that point. And obviously, my viewership, we're not there yet. I've got a little over 500 subscribers right now. You need at least 1,000 to get back partner status, and you have to have 40,000 hours, I think it is. Yeah, like 40,000 hours or 40,000 minutes. I don't remember which off the top of my head. I was just looking at the numbers, so I know 40,000 is correct, but whether it's hours or minutes, I don't remember, of content viewed in the past year. I'm sitting at a fourth of that. So I've halfway as far as the content, as far as the number of subscribers, and a quarter of the way as far as the total watched content. So I'm nowhere near being able to remonetize again. And that's okay. I mean, before they took monetization away from me with the first adpocalypse or fourth adpocalypse or whatever adpocalypse it was that happened, I had just started to make enough money to buy a sandwich, but I hadn't made enough overall to even get a disbursement back, to get that first check from from YouTube. I had enough to buy a sandwich, but that was about it. So it's never been about the money. I mean, the money would be nice. Don't get me wrong. It'd be cool to have some funds coming in to help upgrade the audio equipment. I've got this cool mic here at my desk, but I'd like to get a better setup for out in front of the wall of anime. I got this brand new cool light here, which was a Christmas present last year to me. So I have new lights. to utilize, and I've not made a video with the new lights. So I've got one up here, and I've got two more to set up, so I can set them around the table and whatnot, and get hopefully better lighting overall for this content. And then of course, eventually I would like to get a new camera. I'm still using this old 1080p camera, which is fine. 1080p 60 frames per second recording is pretty cool. I'd like to be able to record in 4K. I can edit in 4K. I can edit in 8K. But this content doesn't necessarily need to have that. But as a video file, it'd be cool to be able to do that. So, it's more, I would like to play with this stuff. And then, of course, I can make videos related to it. I recorded a video about me building this computer desk that I'm sitting around, this U-shaped desk that I built. I made videos about building the shelves, but I haven't edited the videos. I've got tons of that content recorded. I haven't made it. So let's talk about COPPA. Now, as I understand it, as I've read through the documentation and everything, YouTube has kind of decided to take the simple way out and basically went with a black and white thought process as far as video content. You either make content for kids or not for kids. Now, while I can say that I've never aimed or targeted this content for kids, kids could view it. I try not to curse. I'm talking about animated characters. Granted, the majority of what I talk about is old school anime, but I was watching this old school anime when I was a youngster, when I was under 13. So it's not necessarily that, the content isn't for kids. Kids could definitely watch my content. As far as I'm aware, I don't have a lot of viewership in the below 13 age bracket. I don't believe I have a lot of viewership, under the age of 30. To be honest, the type of content we're talking about here, the type of anime is for people, is for those of us that are, nostalgic over this old stuff, and we're all in our 30s or up. For the most part. Now, granted, I'm not saying I don't have any viewers. I honestly have not really cared to learn about the age groups of my viewership, partially because for me, age doesn't matter. I'm over 30, and I play around like a kid sometimes, and that gets me physically unfit sometimes for what I do, but I still feel young at heart, even though the body is not quite there anymore, partially due to my own fault and the ways that I've dealt with things, and then just illness, sickness, and disease, and whatever. Laziness, the fact that my work that I do is sedentary. What I have that's I consider fun is also sedentary. Watching anime, playing video games, sitting in front of a computer desk. It's all sedentary work. So, I be the first to admit I'm not the most physically fit out here. So, but I still like to play. I like to have fun. I like to play games. I like to, watch cartoons, not just anime. I like to watch, modern cartoons, old cartoons. I haven't been watching a lot of modern stuff, but it is what it is. So I have marked my channel as not for kids. I have not marked any of my videos as strictly 18 plus because I don't have anything that's 18 plus. And as far as I'm concerned, my content is aimed at effectively the general audience. And COPPA does have a provision for general audience content. And if you are aiming and targeting your content for the general audience, you don't have to deal with the COPPA guidelines as far as, under age 13 and taking in all the stuff. And you're not, you don't have to deal with the whole pulling data and monetizing data and stuff like that. But either way, while my content is that type of content, and that's how I feel things, and I've marked my content as at least in YouTube's eyes, as not being for children. If they view that some of my videos are for kids, feel free to change my videos to being for kids, if that's really what you feel. The thing that I'm going to lose currently from that is the community, the ability to chat over the in the videos, in the comments. I mean, I like hearing your comments. I like getting your feedback and, discussing things in the comment section. Like that cell video, I still get comments to this day on that cell video, and I like seeing those comments. I like responding to them, giving updates and stuff through that. So, please do, don't feel that you shouldn't. Please do continue to do that as long as, I have the ability to do that. But if they were to take that away from me, well, I do have the website. I think I need to spend a little bit more time on it. It seems to have gone down frequently. May not be up and quite right. Maybe I move on to creating a forum, or a Discord, an old school otaku Discord. I could definitely do that. I own and run a couple of different Discords, so it's not too out of the scope, potentially. So, let me know what your thoughts are about that. I don't want to lose the community. We do have a community. I mean, we're not as talkative of a community as far as all of that goes. I mean, a lot of us do talk, and I see posts and stuff happen on the Facebook Vintage Anime Collectors group and things like that. So, there's a lot of different areas that we can move to as far as the community is concerned. And then as far as the monetization is concerned, well, I'm not making any money on these videos right now as it is. I would like to. It would be cool, but it's not a requirement. I do have a day job. As much as I would love to do this as my day job, I would lose the whole excuse of, I just worked, 12 hours on my day job. I really don't feel like sitting down in front of a computer again for a couple of hours to do editing, type of thing. Because, well, if my day job is this, that's what I'll be doing, obviously. So there's multiple sides to it, but it's going to take quite a bit for me to get to that point either way. And so there's other ways we can go into for revenue streams. There's Patreon and all this other stuff. There's a lot of other YouTubers that have talked about different revenue streams and way to monetize your content outside of YouTube AdSense. So it's not that big of a deal to me in the end. So your support, being a subscriber, and following my content is more that actually matters. So I appreciate each and every one of you who has stuck out with me over the past year of no updates. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers over the last year, and it boggles my mind when you guys subscribe to my content when I'm not releasing anything new. So you must be looking at old content, and thank you for going through my old content. Thank you for finding my old videos and deciding that you want to see more of me. It definitely has helped to embolden my want to continue making videos for this channel. So I know with the uncertainty over the last couple of weeks as far as COPPA has been concerned with YouTube and everything, that I've been trying to research and find more information so that I could make an educated decision on what my plans will be for the future. So I've pretty much done that over the last couple of weeks and come to the decision that I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to make videos on YouTube. I may start uploading my videos to other websites, though. I'm not sure what those will be yet. It might be just to my own Old School Otaku website, which right now is just oldschoolotaku.ngsilver.com, but I might be looking into getting an actual domain for that purpose, especially if we were to spin up a forum or want to, incorporate into a Discord channel or something like server, something like that. So there's a lot of different ways that we can go about, and I've got a couple of weeks-ish free over the holidays here. Christmas and New Year's are coming up. Some free time and slower time at the office, which will be kind of nice. So I should hopefully be able to come home still fairly energized for the day in order to sit down and get some work done. So that is my plan over the next month, is to start editing videos, getting things ready and ready to start uploading. And if I need to start looking elsewhere to upload videos, I'll do that. It'd be nice to continue to keep the community here on YouTube and, you know, the features to grow and for people to find my videos and stuff through YouTube, but maybe there's another platform that we could move to. Not sure what that is yet, but we'll figure it out. Either way, I'm not planning on going anywhere, and I want to thank each and every one of you, all 511 of my subscribers, and those of you who have just happened upon this video and wanted to sit down and listen to me talk for, how long have I been recording for? About 26 minutes, 26-minute vlog of me sitting here looking at you, talking into my microphone and whatnot. So, yeah, thank you. I'm thankful for each and every single one of you guys. Your comments on videos over the past year and just subscribing has definitely helped to invigorate me and get me back into the swing of things, renew my passion. My passion for this channel was dashed when I lost my job last year in 2018. One of the things that we were doing with my job was we had like these monthly meetings and things like that, and goals that you would set, and they wanted personal goals, not just work goals. So, you know, one of my personal goals was to build the YouTube channel up to getting back into monetization. And when I was let go, it really killed my enthusiasm for making content for YouTube, because it, in a way, was ingrained into my work. Even though it is outside of work, it was still ingrained into that. So I definitely took a big blow, you know, probably got quite a bit depressed in regards to it. So that's, you know, that happened midsummer last year, early summer, something like that last year. So that's kind of when things started to dwindle. And then over this past year, effectively, I think the last one of these talking head videos was from September or October of last year, I think, in 2018. So it's been a while. So you guys have helped reinvigorate me. I've also been doing soul searching and stuff outside, personal and whatnot, with where I'm going and what I plan to do in the future, and I don't want to stop this. So I know I've said this time and time again, I don't plan to stop. So really for me, it's just, I gotta motivate myself, and I'm working on it. Thank you guys for being patient with me, and hopefully you will continue to be patient with me as we move forward and push forward with this. And I hope to have new content out for you very, very, very soon. I've rambled on long enough. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Thank all of you for listening to me up to this point and supporting me over the many, many years. And hopefully you will continue to support for many years to come. So thank you guys once again. I'm Nate, the old school otaku, signing off. So, I'm not going to take off any of my clothes. It is getting so hot. I'm going to fan myself with an Akira LP. Nah, seriously. It's hot under these lights.